Hello and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. This reflects image. If this is your first time visiting, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on your notification icon to stay updated about my latest video. And also, if you are a former subscriber, welcome back. So in this video, I'll be showing you how to do a very simple and basic manipulation using this picture to achieve this particular result. So before we jump into action, many people get this wrong. Why doing manipulation? Manipulation is not about making it all extreme, but about making it more realistic. And not all picture you have to do high-end manipulation to. Some you just have to clean the background, smoothen the background, then do your color grading. Even just add a little bit of smooth effect to it. Then you are good to go to make your picture look more realistic. And also the outfit your model or your subject is wearing also determine the type of manipulation you are to do. So not just that you just pick any random picture and decide to do an extreme manipulation. The reason why I do most of my picture extreme manipulation is that the outfit my models are wearing are kind of artistic in nature. So that's why I go extra miles to create high-end manipulation. But if you are just to work for your clients, probably maybe just a simple shoot, a simple birthday shoot, you don't have to go ahead and just do extreme manipulation. Using my seamless backdrop now, as you can see, it's kind of smooth than the previous one I'm using. I actually got a seamless backdrop and I had some stains here which I'll be showing you how to remove. So after removing the stain, and I add a little bit of Canva to it because I prefer using Canva backdrop, which I'm yet to get in my studio now. So I do have the soft copy of it, which I can actually bring it to my Photoshop, and it's going to look realistic enough. You can't even tell if the picture was actually taken on a Canva or I brought it in. So that's the beauty of manipulation. So you don't have to go extra miles to do extreme manipulation most of the time. So just do something simple, do something creative, export your image, just make sure you have a nice result. So that's just the thing, which is what I'll be doing in this particular picture. So if you're here to get any of my picture editing file, you do need them right now, so they're going to help you a lot. So even the Canva I'm using right now is going to be part of the collection, but I'll be dropping the Canva for you guys to get for free of charge. So with no further ado, let's jump into action. The first thing I'll be doing is for me to be doing my basic adjustment over here. Firstly, I'm going to bring down the exposure a little bit, bring it down. My highlight, I'm going to drag it down. My white, I'll bring it down. My contrast, I will increase it a little bit just to make sure the image is well composed. My clarity, I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Let me zoom in to see what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'll go to my HSL adjustments, which my panel is over here. I'll click on it. Under my saturation, I'm going to bring my orange up, which is the skin tone. I'll bring it up a little bit, bring it up. Then after that, I think I'm good to go. I don't have any other color here again, so I think I'm good to go right now. So the next thing I just have to do is to click on my open. Then I'll wait for it to load up into my Photoshop so we can now start our work now. So now bringing the picture into Photoshop, you all know our first step, which is retouching, but you all know I don't do my retouching here. So I'll be dropping a video course very soon. I'll be showing you how I do my retouching, what to do in the pre-processing of your picture and the post-processing when it comes to retouching, to make sure you have a nice retouched image for your manipulation. So I don't usually drop my retouching videos, but if you want to learn how I do my portrait retouching, there are other videos on my YouTube channel that will teach you how to do that. So we're skipping the first step now. The next step is for we to crop our picture to make sure we are in the size we need it to be. So I'll just come to my crop tool over here. As you can see, it already brought my 4x5 pixel for me, which is right there. So I'm going to adjust it to any way I see fit. I think it's okay around this way, but I don't have much space on the background. As you all know, I love a wider background when it comes to photo manipulation. So I'll just drag from here, I'll drag from here, I'll drag from the top to make sure there is enough space for me so that the background will be at least a little bit wide also. So once I'm done with the selection I want, I just have to click on my OK. But the issue we're having right now is that the background did not get to this place, and also here, this place also. So we are going to be extending that to make sure it fills everywhere and make it look realistic at the same time. So I'm going to click on my rectangle marquee tool, which is this over here. I'm going to drag over this area this way. Then I'm going to click on my Ctrl T for free transform, hold down my shift key, then I'll drag here. As you can see, if you are not holding down your shift key, you are not going to get it right. So make sure you hold down your shift key. So once I'm done with this selection, I'm going to remove my hand on my mouse before I remove my hand on my shift key. Once I'm done with that, I'll just click on my enter key. Then Ctrl D to deselect. So nobody can even tell that the background is not this wide enough. But whatever you're doing, make sure you're avoiding any part of your model, any part at all of your subject. D be the hand, D be the hair or anything. If not, it's going to stretch it with the background. So make sure you avoid that to make sure you get what you want perfectly. So let's do the same thing right here also. As you can see, I scroll over it, then I'm going to click on my Ctrl T for free transform. I will hold down my shift key, then I'll drag here also. Once I'm done, I'll just click on my enter key, Ctrl D to deselect. I'll do the same thing down here also. Ctrl T for free transform, hold down the shift key, then I'll drag down. Once I'm done, I'll click on my OK. Ctrl D to deselect, D to deselect. So as you can see right now, nobody can actually know that we did extend this background. They will think that's the way the background is, and it's looking all that realistic enough. So that being said, right now the next step is for we to remove some blemishes on the background, which I'll be doing right now. So see you guys in the next 1 minute. Interested in getting any of my picture editing file, from my overlays down to my color lookup, which is my LUT file. So you just have to scroll down to your video. So under the comment, this is my description. So it's not going to load the description for you. You just have to click on show more, click on it. So it's going to show all the options. Once it does that, just click on my store link. So here's my store link. Once you click on it, it's going to take you directly to my store. So you can actually select any file you want. From the color lookup, this is a light skin LUTs. This is a feather which I use in my recent video. This is 100 premium baby overlays. This is my first video course. This video course entails on how to download all the files I want. The site I use in downloading all my files free of charge, including my Photoshop panels also. This includes my PNG files. This includes all my packs, all my picture editing files, my premium overlay, my PNG, my flying fabrics, my color lookup, my presets. So once you buy this, you've already bought everything apart from this one. So here is my flying fabrics. Here is my, in case you want to give me any project for me to work on. Here's my color lookup. Here is my background overlay, and here is my preset file. So in case you're interested in buying anyone, you can actually go for them. The good news there is that you can actually buy your own currency, any currency of your choice. You can buy with any currency of your choice. So welcome back, guys. So the next procedure right now is a way to remove the blemishes from this backdrop over here. So to be doing that right now, the first step you need to do is to duplicate your layer, your background layer, by clicking on Ctrl J. Then zoom in a little bit to see the rough area, which is the what actually spoils this background is. So it's a new backdrop. So I applied oil on my model skin to make our skin look glossy. So without knowing the downside of it, that the backdrop I'm using is kind of a seamless paper backdrop, which actually affects it in a negative way. So I actually learned my lesson. Now I have other measure to keep my background clean, even though the oil is on our skin. So now I'll be showing you how to clean the backdrop to make it seamless once again. So after duplicating our layer right now, I'll pick my patch tool. So the reason why my panel is this way is that I'm using a photography interface for my Photoshop. So if you don't know how to do that, all you just need to do is to go to your window. On that window, go to workspace, then you click on photography. Once you click on it, it's going to load your panel for you this way, and also it's going to bring it down this way. So all your tools on this left hand side is going to be this way. But the reason why I split mine into two is that I'm not seeing my color panel that is supposed to be down here. So that's why I click on this icon, then it splitted it into two for me. So that being said, now pick our patch tool. Then I'll circle around a area here. I'll circle around this area. Then I'm going to drag it to an area I know it has a clean surface. So let me drag it here, and as you can see, it actually removed the blemish for us. So that's what I'll keep doing until I remove everything finally, as you can see right now. So I'll keep doing that one after the other until I remove the background, remove the blemishes from the background perfectly. So I'll keep doing that. As you can see right now, it's very easy and straightforward to use. The pass through is very easy, and it's going to do a nice job for you. So make sure you learn that also. Even if you have a rough backdrop, even though it's not this dirty, just kind of rough, you can use this procedure also. It's going to do its best, so that when you are going to apply your Gaussian blur on it, it won't look obvious that the background is actually dirty from the beginning, or it's not that straight from the beginning. So let's keep doing this right now. Let's keep doing it. As you can see, we're almost done with it. We're almost done. We're almost done with it. We're almost done with it. Almost done. So as you can see, then once you're done, Ctrl D to deselect. So now let's check out our before and after right now. Here is our before and here is our after. Wow, this is just wow. And look at what you just achieved in less than 2 minutes. Easy and straightforward to do. Just pick the path 2. Make sure the selection is on the first selection. This selection over here, not this, not this. Make sure it's on the first selection. So sample around an area, drag it to a clean area. Then it's going to fill the area up for you. So with that being said, now the next step is for we to remove our model from the backdrop, which is the next step on the agenda when it comes to background cleansing or background manipulation. So for we to do that right now, the layer we just work on right now is our layer 1. So you have to duplicate our layer 1 this time around by clicking on Ctrl J. So now we now have layer 1 copy. So the layer we'll be working on right now is our layer 1 copy. So let's zoom out and see what we're doing. Let's zoom out. So now to work on our layer 1 copy right now, we are going to be picking up quick selection, so which is right over here. Once you click on it, it's going to bring it up for you. Click on the quick selection, then click on select subject. If you are using a Photoshop of higher version like CC17 and above, I think you should be able to have the select subject feature. Yeah, I should be able to have it. And if you're using like 60, 2021, I think you should have select and max. And the AI that's working with the 2021 above, they are kind of high and they are very easy to use. It detects edges very fast and very nicely than the lower versions of Photoshop. Like the one I'm using right now, CC19, is not all that perfect, but it gives me a head start. So it's going to give you an head start instead of you start using polygonal lasso to using pencil to start removing your model from the background from the beginning. So this is going to give you a head start. You just have to make few and basic adjustments to it, and you are going to get a nice cropped out image. So now, that being said, now just have to click on your select subject, then you wait for it to load up, wait for the AI to do the job for you. As you can see, it actually gave us an head start, which is kind of nice. You just have to make your few adjustments to it, then you call it a day. So just have to zoom in, Ctrl++ to zoom in. So you scroll over the area you want to work on. So this time around, we'll be using our quick selection tool again. I want something that's going to give me a nice edge. So I'll go to my polygonal lasso tool, which is over here. I'm going to click on it. Here's the polygonal lasso tool. Then this time around, I'll be working with two options I have over here. This is the addition, this is the subtraction. So I'll be working with these two right now. So this subtraction I'll be using to remove my selection. As you can see, it actually selected the background for us. So I'll be using subtraction to remove the background there. So let's start with that. So I'm going to click over it this way. I'm going to click over it this way. As you can see. So I'm going to do that same thing here also. As you can see, let's zoom in, subtraction. I'm going to click over it this way. As you can see, I'm currently using subtraction right now, but the issue is that I can't just crop this place anyhow, like by going inside it one after the other. So I'm going to leave it around this way, and I'm going to show you how I removed the background from the strands of clothes we have over there. So now this time around, this is going to be on addition. Let's go back to addition. As you can see, this is our addition. The next thing is to go back to subtraction again. Click on our subtraction. subtraction. I'm going to click on it this way. So the next thing, back to our addition, going to add to our selection. After that, back to our subtraction. As you can see, I'm adding and removing from the selection to make my selection perfect. So take your time, take your possible time to do it. So I think this is boring you guys out. So let me just fast forward this procedure and see you guys at the end of my crop out. Area like this actually added the background to the selection. You might be thinking that's kind of wrong, but I will show you how to remove that so that it's going to protect the strands of hair that is still there. So that being said, right now we're done with this polygonal axle tool, done with the background remover. So now let's end it up right now by maxing it. So some people decide to delete the backdrop on the model, but I don't do that. So what I do is I create a max on it. I create a layer max for it. But before I do that, let me feather it. I'm going to right click on it. I'll click on my feather. I'll feather by 2 pixels, then I'll click on my OK. Come down to my max over here. I'll click on the max. So automatically it's going to take the background over here. It's going to drop it on the black and white layer over here. You might not know what it actually did for you. So turn off the two background below. As you can see right now, we have our model without the backdrop. So but we still have the strands over here which are not looking all that nice, this and also on the outfit also. So let me show you how to clean that. So on the mask you just created right now, double click on it. It's going to take you to another panel which is called the refined edge panel. So you're going to zoom in. Make sure you are selecting the second brush, which is the refined edge brush. So make sure you are selecting it. Then you zoom in. Then you scroll over the area which has similar color to the backdrop. So which is this. As you can see right now. Ctrl Z. As you can see, it's going to delete the backdrop for you and it's going to leave some strands of the outfit for you to make it look real. As you can see right now, the strands is still there, very realistic enough. So we are going to do the same thing down here also. Zoom in. So I'm going to scroll over it this way. As you can see right now, it actually removed the background from the color and left the strands of hair. So it's going to detect some the color that is not supposed to be there, and it's going to remove it for you automatically. So the same thing here also, and that's the beauty. Control Z. I don't like the way it did it for me, so Control Z. I think I'm going to leave this area around this way. I think it's okay this way. So now let's go to the air. Now let me zoom out a little bit. So I'll do the same thing for the air also. I'll do the same thing for the air. As you can see, it's actually leaving the air strand for me and removing the backdrop from the air. As you can see right now. Wow, this is awesome. This is awesome. Look at how it's doing a nice job for me. So you can do the same thing to every part of the air right now, even these tiny holes we have over here. So I'm going to do a perfect job for you. So let me zoom in and do the same thing to the eye also, to the eyelashes also. I'm going to scroll over it this way. As you can see, it's going to delete the background for me and leave the hair strands. As you can see right now, which is perfect. That being said, right now I'm done with that. I have to click on my OK and go back to our Photoshop. So if you have to turn off the background layer now, we won't know what to just do right now. So this time around, let's go back to our background cleaning, smoothing the background to look more seamless than it is right now. It's already seamless, but let's just enhance the seamless. So this is right now, we are not working on this background right now. We have to go back to our layer 1, then duplicate our layer 1 once more by clicking on Ctrl J. So in doing so right now, just hold down your Control key, then click on the marks which you created. Instead of you going back and making the selection again right now, click on it. So it's going to return the selection back for you. Don't forget we are on layer 1 copy 2 right now, the one we just duplicated right now. So after doing that right now, you just have to go to your filter. Under filter we go to our select. Under select we go to modify, then we're going to expand. This time around we expand it by 8 pixels, then you click on your OK. Once you're done with that, you have to hit on your delete key. Hit on delete key or backspace. So you can't tell what you did right now. What we did right now, the first thing we did is to remove the model from the background. This time around we remove the background from the model. So if I'm to turn off the 2 layer below and turn off my layer above, as you can see, we only have the backdrop without the model, without anything. As you can see right now, just the backdrop alone, and that is what we are going to be making use of. So let's turn it on back right now and make sure we click on our Ctrl D to deselect. So we are still on our layer 1 copy 2. Click on it, then go to your filter. Under filter, go to blur, then you click on your Gaussian blur. Wait for it to load up, then you increase your blur, you increase it. I think 70 is okay. Let's go to 70. Let's go to 70. Okay, 75.5 is okay. You click on your OK. Now look at how seamless the backdrop is. Let me show you the before and after. Here is the before and here is the after. Look at how cool and nice our backdrop is right now. But the issue right now we have is that when we blow out the backdrop right now, it actually removes our shadows for us. And you know, to make our manipulation look nice, our shadow needs to be there. We need our shadow to make our manipulation look nice. And creating shadow from scratch again is kind of an issue, especially for me, and also it's not all that accurate every time. So it's better for you to retain the shadow in your pictures before and bring it back. And that is what we're going to be doing right now. So I'm going to click create a mask on it. Still remember we're working on our layer 1 copy 2. So I'll create a mask on it, and you see the mask is on white. Then I'll make sure my color is on black. I pick my brush at 100% opacity, then I'll reduce the size, then I'll scroll over the area that the shadow is before, which is around this way, as you can see right now. Then it will bring back my shadows for me, easy and straightforward. As you can see right now, my shadow is back, my picture is good to go. So you can start your color grading this way. It's going to be perfect, or you can decide to do some extra manipulation, just as I made mention of earlier on, by bringing in a Canva backdrop, which I'll be doing right now. So this backdrop and others are for sale on my digital store, so you can just go there and buy them there. If you have any issue with the payment method, just message me via my WhatsApp or my Telegram and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So let's jump back into business. Let me just go to where my files are located. Go to my file manager. Then I'll go to where my Canva backdrops are. Then let me scroll down and look for the Canva I'll be making use of. So I have so many of them. But this particular one I'll be using for this picture. So let me keep searching. Okay, I think it's not here. Let me keep searching. Yeah, I think I should be using this one right now. I can use this. As you can see, I have so many backdrops, especially the Canva backdrops, which I can use. Very easy and straightforward to use. Someone might not even tell if you take the picture on a plain background. So I'll drag this to my Photoshop. I'll drag it. Then I'm going to extend it until I see it. And as you can see, you might not be able to tell, but as you can see, there's a breakup line here, which is supposed to be at the back. Make sure she's not sitting on it. Make sure you place it very well. So I already placed mine well right now. All I have to do is to click on my OK. As you can see, look at the line at the back. It's going to make it look real, like as if it's a real Canva. So Ctrl T for free transform again. Let me drag it down a little bit. Then I'll click on my OK. That being said, right now, I'll just have to go to my filter. Under my filter, I'll click on blur. Then I'm going to click on Gaussian blur. I'll apply a little bit of blur to it. It's okay around this way. Then I'll click on my OK. That being said, right now, we can try to leave it this way, but the issue we'll be having right now is that it's not going to bring back our shadows for us. It's not looking real, and the nature of the manipulation is for it to look real. We don't have money to afford a Canva, so why not create it in Photoshop and make it look real? So that's what we're doing right now. So we just have to come to our blend mode. Under our blend mode, we change it from normal. We'll bring it down to soft light. Boom. As you can see, our shadow is back, and our background has texture now. It looks more of a Canva, but it's giving me another issue right now. It actually came with its own color. The backdrop came with its own color, which is what I don't like. I have to click on my Ctrl+U. Then I'll bring down the saturation until the saturation is no longer there again, as you can see right now. Then I'll click on my OK. This time around, we can now start to our color grading. Don't forget, the backdrop we brought in right now is directly below our layer 1 copy, which is where our model layer is right there. Right? So now for you to start our color grading, you have to color grade everything all together. So I'm going to click on the uppermost layer, which is my layer 1 copy. That's where my model layer is. I'll click on it. Then I'm going to go to my elliptical marquee tool, click on it, hold down my shift key. Then I'm going to circle around my model this way and make sure the shape is in the middle. Then I'm going to invert the selection by clicking on Ctrl+ Shift and I. After that, I'll go to my adjustment layer. I'll click on my solid color. I'll make sure I fill it 100% black. I'll click on my OK. So this time around now, I just have to click on the marks, which is this black and white over here. I'll click on it. Then I'll open the property bar. I'm going to feather it about 600 or so. Okay, 646. Once I'm done with that, I'll bring down the opacity to 20 plus, as you can see right now. So it's going to add a little bit of vintage to the head of the picture for us. So here's the before of it, and here's the after. And now comes the final procedure, which is my color grading. Actually, what I use most of the time is my Mela chocolate. I'll use my Mela chocolate to color grade my picture, and I'll use my natural color. But this time around, I'll be using a gradient map for you. I know most of you guys don't know what it is. I mostly use it for my skin, in color grading my skin, but I find it comes in handy when it comes to manipulation also. So I have the collection of that for sale also. If you're interested in buying, the link is down in my store. It's very affordable. Just go down to my store, and it's very easy to use, especially when you come to creating skin tone. I'll be creating a video on that also, how to use it to color grade your skin tone. Very easy and straightforward. So with no further ado, let me show you what I'm about to show you right now. So I'll go to my adjustment layer. I'll click on my gradient map. Then I'll open the map this way. Then I'll scroll down and look for the color I want to be making use of. So this is the color I'll be making use of right now. I'll click on it and I'll click on my OK. You might be thinking, what is this guy doing? I don't understand. How is this supposed to help us color grade our picture? So once you just click on it this way, just come from my blend mode, change it from normal, then come down to soft lights. and boom, automatically it gives us a perfect skin, a perfect background in a unique way. Very easy and straightforward, and actually like the skin tone it gives to me. So the reason why I use this particular color is because she's dark skin and I want it to add a little bit of contrast to her skin also. So there are other ones there that I can use. This is the one I love using the most, but this works mostly for light skin people. Then I'll just have to bring down the opacity a little bit. As you can see, it also will do a perfect job. But for my manipulation, I'll come down and pick and the one I used earlier, which is this. Look at how nice it is, and it's going to give us a little bit of a low light image to go with. So if it is too much for you, just bring down the opacity a little bit. Then you click on your OK. Then you're done with your simple manipulation. So you can export your picture this way. Trust me, it's perfect. Nobody can even tell if this picture is actually manipulated or you actually took the picture on this Canva backdrop. Export a picture and your client is going to love it. So not every time you do extreme manipulation. Start simple, especially for those beginners. You can't just start creating extreme manipulation. Know the basic concept for a basic manipulation first. Once you know the basic concept, you know how to apply it on an extreme manipulation. So now let me just add a little bit of snow effect to my picture to make it look a little bit more unique instead of bringing in PNG and stuff. So let me click on the layer directly below my model layer. Here's my model layer. Look at how the max is. I'll click on it. Then I'll go to my file manager. Then I'll look where my PNG files are located. I'll look for it. Then I'll look where my snow effect is. I'll scroll down. I'll keep searching for it because I don't actually have a location for it. Let me keep searching until I see it. Okay, this is the one I'll be making use of. So I'll have to drag it down to my Photoshop around this way. I'll reduce the size this way. I'll click on my OK. So I'll hold down my control key, then I'll click on it. This is the one I just brought in. I'll click on it. So once I click on it, I no longer need it again. I'll just have to turn it off, as you can see. Then I'll go to my adjustment layer. I'll click on my curves, click on it. Then it's going to load up this panel for you. Then I'm going to drag it up from the middle. So you can see right now, it's perfect. So you can leave it this way, but I love it to look more realistic. So make the edge a little bit blur. Then I'll click on the max. Once I click on the max, it's going to load my property bar for me. Then I'm going to increase my feather. As you can see, perfectly done. So that's all for today's tutorial, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and also turn on the notification icon, and also recommend my video to a friend. Someone might be in need of it. You can't know. So see you guys on my next tutorial. One love.